Hey everybody, welcome to Geek Addicts. Hello everybody and welcome to Geek Addicts, the pop culture podcast, where we learn about the history of versions of ourselves that technically aren't canon anymore. I am Bill and this is Matt. How you doing, Matt?
Uh, another week down the hole. Fucking,
Yeah,
getting by.
it was a pretty, as far as this year's gone, this was a pretty tame week. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah, it was just fucking slow and boring. You know how it goes.
The weather being kind of all over the place really didn't help.
Yeah, next week isn't going to be any better, at least in this neck of the woods.
No, it's looking like it's gonna be very up and
It's gonna
down.
be warm, just wet.
Yeah. May, April, whatever month it is. I don't know.
It's May.
I should
It's
know
May.
that.
Tomorrow's Goku Day.
That is true.
Although technically, if we're talking about Japan, is already in Goku Day, so
Fair.
good for them. Although they're probably sleeping.
I should know it's the month of May because it's the Indy 500 month. It's like the one day of racing that I like. It's like the one day in like racing where I literally am just like, I'm going to be watching racing all day. Do not bother me.
Hmm.
Times.
But yeah,
I just
did a lot of reading this week.
I just noticed this isn't 3DO.
I didn't even realize.
I just looked up. I'm like, wait a minute. Anyways, did I? What did I? I don't know what I did this week, to be honest, and that's probably concerning.
Fair enough. Yeah, no, I finished that Flash comic, which I like the follow up. The follow up just made more sense to me than the rebirth story, because the compact, it had the rebirth storyline and then like the little rogues thing that happens right afterwards.
Yep.
With there was the rogues and the renegades from the future.
Yep.
Which is basically just rogues 2.0, but they're good guys.
It was the beginning of that arc was supposed to be the setup for what was eventually going to become Flashpoint. The problem was
it teased Flashpoint at the end of it, so I assumed
Yes.
that was the next thing.
There was another mini arc called Road to Flashpoint right before it, but yeah, it was that arc was to set up Flashpoint, but when it started setting it up, it wasn't supposed to be a reboot. It was supposed to just be the storyline.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Although I gotta wonder, like, is the assumption here, because Flashpoint happens like right after Rebirth and the whole Rogues thing, is the assumption supposed to be that Flashpoint and like the whole time travel, time wimey shit is the cause of why he got out of the Speed Force? Because the ripple effect?
No, he got out of the Speed Force because of shenanigans that happened during Final Crisis.
Oh, okay. I didn't know if it was like maybe like the timey-wimey, like the bowl of spaghetti fucking affected him and got him out or something.
No, they didn't think that far ahead.
To anyone who's wondering what I'm saying when I refer to the bowl of spaghetti, watch the Flash movie or just listen to our episode about it.
Yeah. Or just read the actual Flashpoint comic, because it is honestly it's actually a really good story. It's a shame
do they explain the timeline as using a bowl of spaghetti as a metaphor?
No, that was the movie. No, Flashpoint actually makes sense, unlike that movie. Even though it ends with the New 52, which I'm not a fan of, but it's here nor there.
Just because they decided last minute to make it the cause of a reboot doesn't mean that the story's bad.
No, it just ends on kind of a whatever note. it ends with it literally ends with Barry's entire family basically getting erased from existence. Just pointing
Yeah.
that out.
Oh, also, like, it's funny that I just happened to read the Flash Rebirth storyline when I did, because I just in the Flash series, his son came back from the future, and it's Bart. I'm like, wait a minute, you're supposed to be his grandson. This is
Yeah.
bullshit.
Yeah. Barry's entire family is a fucking mess because
Yeah.
he went to the future at some point with Iris. They had kids. Then he died. And then Iris gets sent back to the past.
I don't know.
Whatever. He wasn't supposed to come back. They just brought him back to bring him back, and they haven't known what to do with him since.
But anyway, I like the comic, and for nothing else, and I really like the art. The art was really good.
Francis Manipul's art is gorgeous.
It was kind of incredible. I did find it weird though, because the Rebirth art and the like Rogue storyline afterwards, it felt like Barry's face changed between the two. Like
it did, because the Rebirth was drawn by Ethan Van Sciver. Not a great person, but that's besides the point. And the everything after was drawn by partially by most of like the really beautiful watercolor looking stuff that was Francis Manipul. There was a few like in between chapters that were issues that were drawn by Scott Klons. Who's got a much more scratchy like kind of style that looks good, but it is very different.
Gotcha. I did think it was interesting that like after watching like so many seasons of the Flash show, him being like, "No, I don't kill. It's no, I won't kill. It's no, I won't do it." And then like what the first Flash comic I read, he's like, "If the situation calls for it, I'll kill a motherfucker."
That's literally part of Barry's character. Is like one of the whole reason, like one of the last things that happened before Crisis on Infinite Earths was he kills the Reverse Flash because the Reverse Flash kills Iris. Like he's in a trial like for murder. Like he's in a straight up murder trial right before
that gets brought up at the Rebirth thing.
Yeah, it's crazy. Honestly, the only superhero that really has the no kill rule is Batman. Like all the other ones had their moments. Like especially Wonder Woman. There was a period there in the mid 2000s where she was killing people left and right.
So Batman just, no matter the situation, just he's never done it?
Nope.
Or at least never done it on purpose?
In comics, yes. Well, other than the really early comics. Because in the early comics, he had a gun for some reason in the early Batman was weird.
You'd think of all people, Batman would be the one where like, look, if it happens, it happens. Because like he's the only one running around out there without powers. So he gotta have to make do with what he's got. If he has to use lethal force, he has to use lethal force. It just is what it is.
Yeah, but no, Batman's weird.
Fair. But yeah, speaking of Batman, I also read Batwoman Elegy. Again, another case of absolutely gorgeous art.
Yeah. And
the paneling in that book was really out there, and I was really digging it. You're doing a lot of interesting things with the paneling. Actually, like consistently throughout. And I don't know if it circles back around later or whatever, but it seems like she kills Alice like really fast. And I don't know 100% if she's actually dead because we didn't see a body because she got dropped out of a plane. But
yeah,
it's also comics. So just because they say the person's dead, we didn't see a body. We don't really know if she actually is. But I was just going to say, like, it seems like a huge waste if she is actually dead because it's just like, oh, yes, I am your Joker. I'm also your twin sister. Oh, no, I died.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, that was fast. Feels like there could have been more of an arc there.
I'm not even sure what version, if that character even still exists in continuity now. So it's one of those things where you're like, I don't know.
Well, supposedly she has the twin, so.
Oh yeah,
Or
that was drawn by
Woman, I guess.
J.H. Williams III.
Hmm. But that
He
was
he he
the
worked.
contrast with the design of Batwoman was really interesting to me.
Hmm.
In some ways, because like we would see Batman like kind of pop in and out throughout that comic, but in a lot of ways, Batwoman was more intimidating, and I think part of it was like just like the contrast between like the really really white skin and like the black and the red hair and like
Yeah.
um the way that the facial expressions were used and stuff. Like she was like more intimidating than Batman was most of the time, which is wild.
Which which Batman was it?
What do you mean?
Oh right, yeah, you wouldn't know this. So this takes place after. So there was an event called Final Crisis.
Yeah.
A lot of shit happened in Final Crisis. The two biggest events were Barry came back and Batman died at the end of it. Died in
Mhm.
quotation marks. Um, so after that, the Batman titles got split between a bunch of different characters. Like Batwoman took over Detective Comics for a while,
Mhm.
but the big thing was Dick actually became Batman for a good while.
Hmm.
So I'm wondering if the Batman in Elegy is Dick or if it's Bruce, because Bruce did eventually come back, and there was two Batmans running around for a while.
When did Final Crisis happen?
Oh nine.
This comic came out in '09, so I don't know if this is before or after.
I believe it was after.
Then I'm not sure because they didn't actually. They didn't. We didn't spend a whole lot of time with Batman. It was just kind of like it kept cutting between because they were both doing separate missions that were like kind of related. So we'd see like what they were doing about the mission, but we never like saw Batman like doing it like doing anything without his mask or anything like that. It was just kind of like, oh, he's fighting this person and she's fighting this person. Um, so they didn't give us enough with Batman for me to know. I assumed it was Bruce, but I don't know.
It probably was Bruce. This might have either been right before Final Crisis or after. It fits that time period. I always wonder that because there is a lot of moments during that time period where like Batman shows up and he's like wicked out of character, and then you're like, oh yeah, it's Dick. It's not Bruce.
Mhm. But that was good. And then I also read Supergirl, Woman of Tomorrow.
Good book.
And I actually really liked that. Like this one little like maybe 200-page comic made me like Supergirl more than the entirety of the series.
That's fair because they're very different interpretations.
Yeah, this is a way better character. I like this version of Supergirl. Like I would actually like seek out like continuations of this
Well,
story.
it's a good thing because that's what the movie's going to be based off of.
This storyline.
Yeah,
Okay, cool. All right,
like
I'm in for that.
like
I'm
Jane,
about that.
the actress that is playing Supergirl actually read this comic, I guess, during production. So
Well, if she liked it half as much as I liked it, then she'll probably bring it. But yeah, no, I really like this too, especially because like the setup for it was great because I love that the whole thing is narrated. Like the story is told by somebody, like it's like some random alien chick from another planet.
hmm.
And like Supergirl comes into the scene, like the chick is like looking for the guy who killed her dad, and she's just like in a bar trying to hire some like ruffian to fucking help her on her quest. And the dude's like trying to walk off with like the reward without actually doing anything, and she's like, no, no, no. And then like Supergirl just happens to be in the corner with like a beer or whatever, and she's just like, look, I only came here because it's my 21st birthday, and this planet has a red sun, so I wanted to get drunk. Like, literally, that's why she's there. And then like she gets injured, her dog gets shot, and like whatever, and she's like, yeah, so let's go kill that guy. It's great. And I love how that one ends too. Like I hope the movie follows the storyline to a T because it is so good. I love this story.
It'll probably be a little modified just to fit in continuity with the Superman film, but
It makes sense.
then
But
they're
like,
gonna insert Lobo somehow.
and they also like and like when it actually got into like her backstory in like this version of Supergirl's backstory, and it is like way more fucking intense than
Yeah,
it's just great. I'm knowing that that's what the movie's going to be based on. I'm really excited. especially with how that ended, with it being like, oh, she's an old lady now, like the alien, and
Yeah.
Supergirl comes back and she's like, all right, we're gonna let him out of the Phantom Zone. He's been in there for like 200 years, and he comes out of the Phantom Zone. He's like, oh God, I'm so sorry for everything I've done. I've realized the error of my ways. I was such a piece of shit, and I'll serve you. I'll do everything I can to fucking make it up because I feel so bad about everything. And then the old lady bashes his head in with a cane.
Yep.
It's just like that's fucking great. I love it. I love it. It was
It's
fucking fantastic.
It's a really good read. It is. Tom King is one of the most hit or miss writers in all of DC Comics. Like, he has written some phenomenal works, but he's also written some of the worst comics DC's coming out. So it's really funny, but this is one of his better like hits for sure.
Yeah, this is probably one of my favorites out of all the compacts I've read. 100%.
No, it's a really good story. The movie, I'm psyched for the movie. I mean,
Yeah.
I loved James Gunn's Superman as it was, but like this movie, I'm like, I really hope this does well, so we get more like risks.
Oh, and I also learned that Mike Flanagan did write the script for the Clayface movie, and he's actually the reason why it's happening at all, because James Gunn liked the script so much. But
Yeah.
because of scheduling issues, he's not going to be directing it. Somebody else is directing it.
Yeah, I'm still so confused by that movie because it's technically in the Matt Reeves Batman verse, but it's a DC studio.
That's debatable. From what I heard, it's going to be part of the Gunverse, and it's not necessarily a continuation off of the.
Well, it started as the Reeves continuation, and then now it's
maybe
this.
I don't know.
They need to just fucking get it over with and just be like that Pattinson Batman is in this universe. Just make it a thing at this point.
Yeah.
Because Pattinson
probably just would be easier.
Pattinson has said that he wants to like do like a collab with David Cornersweat, so we can have the two of them. That would be that could be interesting. Honestly, I hope they do that.
No, I have hope. I have hope, at least, that this is going to be a winner universe. We don't need anything like crazy like MCU, but like just have a good shared universe. Like, it doesn't need to be anything fucking crazy. Like, oh, let's build up to this crazy fucking endgame shit. Like, no, it can just be its own thing. We got the occasional Justice League movie. It's fine.
We got a good Superman movie. That's all I care about. That's like literally all I wanted.
Also, I didn't realize this until like literally the final, because I finished the Supergirl series this week. Like, it's done. And I didn't realize until the final episode, when she happened to show up at the end, that the chick who plays Supergirl's adopted mom is the Supergirl from the 80s movie.
Yeah.
And I only realized that because she said, like, she came on the scene with like a gun and she's like shooting up the bad guy or whatever. And she's like, it's almost like I was a Kryptonian in my other life. And then like one of them goes, only in the movies. Like, it's just cheesy as fuck. But yeah.
It's like how in Flash, Jay Garrick was played by the guy that played the Flash in the 90s show.
Yeah. Actually, come to think of it, I think every live action iteration of the Flash makes an appearance in that series. Because
technically OG Wally doesn't, but that's a mess of its own.
There was a live action Wally.
There hasn't been, actually. Now that I think
that's what I was saying. I was saying the live action Flashes.
Oh wait, what's his name from the movie showed up in the TV show?
Briefly, yeah. It was like a weird like white void. Like they would just like encountered each other, just commented in each other's suits, and then he went away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
It was very brief. I also love that they in the Crisis on Infinite Earths they included the original Robin from like Adam West's Robin.
Oh, Burt Ward, yeah.
Yeah, he made an appearance. That was fun. So yeah, I'm on the second to last wave right now of the CW shows. I only have 3 shows right now, and nice. 2 of them will be wrapping up in the current wave. So, depending on how it goes, I might be done with it by the next time we record.
Wow. Oh yeah, then you
because
can start Superman Lois.
I'm probably gonna hold off on that a little bit. Give it a little space from the shared universe. I might watch Black Clover first, and then I'll circle back around to Superman and Lois.
Nice.
But yeah, no, because Legends and Batwoman for their final seasons only have 13 episodes. I think Flash is a little bit longer in this one, and then Flash has one more season, and that one is 13 episodes. So yeah, it should go quick.
Nice.
But aside from that, after I finished the Supergirl comic, I started reading Dungeon Crawler Carl, and I have some interesting feelings about this book so far. I'm like 8 chapters in right now, and it's interesting. I wouldn't call it literature by any means. The best way I can describe it, it's structured kind of like Solo Leveling, where like the way the world kind of gets, it's like a reverse isekai in that way. But with like, it's like if Solo Leveling and Rick and Morty had a baby. That's like the best way I can describe it. It's bizarre.
Don't know how I feel about that.
I mean, it's entertaining, but yeah, I'm kind of with you. I don't think it's bad, but I wouldn't call it high art by any means. Not by any stretch of the imagination.
Yeah.
I mean, he's still in like the tutorial area right now. I'm still pretty early on. I mean, the fact that he's fucking written 8 of these books in the past 6 years should tell you like he's not, he's doing his thing and he's having fun doing it, but it's, it is what it is.
Yeah.
But I am enjoying it. It's intrigued me enough to continue reading it, so.
Nice.
And Seth MacFarlane's making a series for it, so that should be interesting. And they are releasing. They are doing a graphic novel as well. The first volume of which comes out later this month.
Interesting. Yeah, it's gonna be a busy couple of months for like releases and stuff coming up. I know there's like a whole bunch of shit pretty soon.
For comics or
comics, manga, like I have a list of stuff that I gotta look out for. I'm like, oh geez, this is gonna be a busy couple of next few months.
Oh, that reminds me, I had to even though it really wasn't a good week for it, I had to bite the bullet and order the first Milestone Compendium. Because I've been following it on Amazon, just like, looking for sales and shit. Like, because it's been, it's one of the more expensive ones out of all of them. Like, all of them have been on sale consistently, except for the first one.
Yeah.
So I've been, keeping an eye out for sales and shit. And like, they had there was like one in stock, and it was actually at retail for once, because it's usually like $20 more. And I was like, oh, when I get paid, maybe I'll just grab it. Use some reward points or whatever on it, so I pay a little bit less. And then I checked later that day, and that one copy was sold. And instead of saying out of stock, it said out of print.
Yeah, that's never a good sign.
So I was like, fuck, I guess I have to order it now. Because if I don't, then by the time I'm ready, it's going to be like 3 times the price if I'm lucky. So yeah, I had to just bite the bullet and order it.
Yeah, that's the unfortunate part about comic collecting, especially omnibuses.
Yeah, especially, niche stuff like Milestone.
Oh, not even just like niche, like there are so many like DC like Superman omnibuses that are just like out of print now and super expensive.
Well, that's the thing, is that I would get like the individual like trades if they had them, but there are no trades for any of these. And the single issues you can find are like fucking the price of omnibuses.
Or the trades that do exist, because there might be a few like scattered ones are extremely rare.
Yeah, so it's like, I could either buy the omnibus or I could pay the same or more for way less,
Oh, yeah.
So
hell,
That's literally the only option if you want milestone stuff.
even like recent like comic runs are getting hard to find. Like the Jeremy Adams Flash run that came out only like a couple like 5 years ago. That's already like almost impossible to find.
Hmm. I did also. I pre-ordered the Static Batman Beyond crossover, so that doesn't
Nice.
come out until August, but I pre-ordered it
Nice.
because I gotta give those sales to Static so they know. That's why I'm not buying used copies because I need them to know that I want more.
Yeah. Yep. I know that feeling.
As much as I'd like to, take the discounted price.
That might be. I just realized it might be dangerous now. Now that you're into comics, if like next time you're up, we go to the comic store I go to all the time. It might be dangerous,
Oh, it would depend.
especially because all the trades there are 20% off.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you can spend a lot of money there real fast if you're not careful.
Yeah.
Well, because
Usually.
they're really cool there because they don't do market price. They sell it what the actual price on the trade is. So like what its original price was. They don't go by like what the trade like. So say you find a trade that's super rare that they happen to have, they will sell it for what it says on the book, not by what eBay says, which is really nice. The problem is sometimes you'll find a book that's like worthless online, but they still want the 20 for it, which I get. They have to be consistent across all of them.
Yeah.
But it's nice.
Yeah, that is interesting. Which actually reminds me, because I know we recorded last Friday, and the following day was Free Comic Book Day.
Mm-hmm.
So we ended up going to Newbury Comics.
I saw Cindy posted something.
Yes, because she got one of those grab bags, and then also when we went up to the register, there was like 5 floppies that we could pick from, or there was like they had like 20 behind them. We could pick 5.
Nice.
So we ended up with 15 floppies because she got the grab bag as well, and she got a Junji Ito manga, and I got the Old Man Logan Marvel Premiere, whatever, like their version of the compacts.
They're like half-assed compacts, yeah.
Yeah. Well, that was the one in particular that I like especially wanted because I like, me and X-Men. I like X-Men.
Yeah, no, I get it.
But no, it was cool. So we actually got like some interesting stuff out of the grab bag. There was like a Supernatural floppy in there. There was a Sonic Justice League crossover.
Good run. Good run.
I think it was the first issue too, because we got a few first issues out of that. Some of the other ones. I know we got a couple of issues of Something's Killing the Children, because it was an indie grab bag.
I saw there was a Power Rangers book in there too.
Yep, there was a Power Rangers one. There's a couple other random ones too, but yeah, it was interesting. Although when I was like actually looking through what Newbury Comics had, because I was trying to find I was looking for specific things for the most part, and I was like, you really can't walk in here looking for specific things because Newbury Comics is just terrible with comics nowadays.
Yeah, you have to get it the day it comes out, or else it's going to be like lost by the time.
Yeah, they have they pretty much have jack shit unless you want like Batman or Spider-Man.
Why would you want Spider-Man though? Spider-Man's been asked for years.
Yeah,
I kid. I kid for the ball. I don't kid on my opinion. I just know people buy that stuff. So,
but yeah, unless you're going specifically for floppies, you're not going to get much if you're looking for trades or omnibuses.
Yeah, they have a decent selection of trades, but like you're not going to find omnibuses. Those are hard to find in comic stores in general. You got to like order those now.
Maybe if I went to Newbury Street, there'd be a better selection, but the local one I have here isn't great with comics.
Yeah, well,
they have way more selection for manga than comics nowadays.
Yeah, because manga sells way better.
Yeah. Well, that's because manga's been doing the compact thing for a long time. It's like what they're doing in compact comics now is what manga's been doing since the beginning.
Yeah, but manga also still has the benefit of the starting point is here.
Yeah.
But
But no, it's been cool. Cindy's read a few of those so far, a few of the floppies that we got, and
Nice.
I haven't read any of the new ones that I just got yet. My Green Arrow compact finally came in because it was finally released,
Nice.
so that's good. Yeah, aside from that, just chilling. I've still been playing my games a little bit. I haven't been playing a ton of Hit and Run. I did finish Legacy of Goku 2 this morning though.
Nice.
Again. I play those games once a year. It's one of those things.
Yeah. Last night, me, Thrak, Tony, and Chris, we played Four Swords Adventures on the Switch NSO. It was absolute chaos. Like, it was like we were just griefing each other the entire time, basically. And I'm terrible at Zelda, so it was an experience.
Fair. Have you been doing any anime watching or anything this week, or
not a ton. I haven't watched any of the newest released episodes. I did watch all of like last week's though before we recorded. I saw the My Hero Academia more special.
Oh, that's out? I didn't realize.
Yeah, they released dub and sub same day. The fan base is showcasing why they are one of the worst anime fan bases of all time. Like right now, it's pretty bad.
They all knew it was coming. Like, come on, guys. You all knew it was coming.
Yeah. They were in denial. You should have known it was coming since episode fucking like 2.
Yeah, it was pretty obvious. It's pretty obvious. But yeah, no, I started Slime. I started watching Slime.
I'm curious where they're going.
It's going well. I'm enjoying what they're doing with it so far. It's the meetings aren't as egregious this season so far, so that's good.
Give it time. This is apparently gonna be like a 60 episode season, so
Jesus.
They're basically
there's a movie coming too. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, they're gonna. I mean, it sounds like they're just finishing it, but the animation looked good, so I'm not that concerned.
Yeah, it was solid.
I watched the latest episode of Slime. Not Slime. The vending machine. Like, what the flying fuck was that? What are we doing? What are we doing?
I don't know. We had a whole like half an episode dedicated to this dude who's trying to hook up with like the madam of a whorehouse. Like, what the fuck is going on?
And then they up escape.
Yeah.
Balloon it out.
He's been doing that for a while.
Ugh.
I don't know why we keep subjecting ourselves to it, but
at this point now we're just determined to finish it. I don't know why I said I wasn't. But...
See, that's the thing is, if it had all come out when I wasn't paying attention and it was just all right there, I wouldn't watch it. But it popped up in my continue watching thing when the first episode came out. And I said, "Fucking, I can deal with an episode a week for 12 episodes."
And it is rough.
It's not too bad.
It is rough though.
Yeah.
Oh.
I just put it on when I'm in the middle of something. I'm not fully paying attention.
We're watching a show about a bunch of people that want to fuck a vending machine. Like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
Oh.
I don't know, man. It's bizarre. It's bizarre.
Have you caught up on Oshinoko?
I have not watched the newest episode yet. No.
I don't think I've watched the one that just came out, but the last one was the one where. Actually, you explain what happened on the latest one.
I watched it last weekend. I'm trying to remember.
Was it the Kana focused one?
Yeah. Where it was that really weird, awkward, like it was like a casting couch situation.
Yeah, but then the guy ended up being chill. He was like, "Oh, you're not into it? Okay."
Yeah, he was just like, I'm still gonna make a move, but like, I'm not gonna be like one of those guys. Like if you say no, it's no. But but then at the end, the paparazzi was, or no, it wasn't. It was like one of her friends, quote unquote, taking pictures of her doing the walk of shame, even though she didn't do anything.
Yeah.
So that's gonna go somewhere.
Yeah.
That's not gonna be good for her, especially because she hasn't been acting. She's only been doing the idol thing lately.
Yep.
So that's not gonna be good for her.
What did you think of in the episode before that? What did you think of Aqua's freak out?
Oh yeah, when was like coming to the realization that like, oh, maybe that wasn't my dad after all, and he's still out there. Yeah,
Yeah.
that was. How about the fucking what's his name? The dude from episode 1 who just randomly just came back into the story, and now he's like, "What do you think? You think I've just been fishing the whole time?" Like,
Yeah.
no,
Oh yeah.
I'm looking for this motherfucker too. We're like, I'm trying to kill that asshole. Like,
yeah.
like, damn.
The owner of the studio. Ironically, his wife it basically runs it now.
Yeah, because he's busy. He's a busy man. Which I mean, he knows the dude, right? I thought he knew the dude.
I think he
so
does.
hard to fucking track the guy down.
Well, he's elusive, but you just got to hang out around a graveyard because he shows up there apparently.
Yeah, he shows up lots of places. We've seen him pop up a few times. He's just kind of around.
I was not expecting the story to get that fucked up though. Like the whole like where they're like, oh yeah, it was like when I was impregnated when she was 16. I was like, that's bad. And it's like, and he was 15. I'm like, that's worse.
Yeah,
like, that's worse.
And then it's like, hey, remember how Aqua and Ruby have an older brother? That's way worse.
What is this? Like, this show is so fucking fascinating because it's like the whole time I'm like, this is fucked. And then I'm like, but why am I so fucking compelled? Like,
because this is like actually what the industry is like.
It is. It's disturbing. It's disturbing on so many levels. But like,
I like that somebody's finally like. I mean, obviously, you know, there's been whistleblowers for a long time, but that like a product of the industry, like an actual like this is entertainment, is actually calling out a lot of this shit. I like that.
Oh yeah, one of the best episodes is to the point where like we get the whole arc with like the TV show thing with Ruby, and after the conclusion of it, like the whole thing where she's like, "Oh, you mean that girl? Yeah, that bitch. She was never my friend. I was just using her for my own fucking means." And I was just like, "Jesus Christ, Ruby." Yeah,
she went down a dark path real fast.
She got unhinged. Like, I was like, I thought Aqua was the unstable one.
Well, that's the thing. The Aqua was on that path like from the beginning. Like he was always kind of like that straight laced, like what, and she was always like so pure and innocent. And then all of a sudden, she's like, "No, I'm actually way darker than anybody else, and I will fuck over anyone who gets in my ways." Jesus Christ, dude! What the fuck happened?
I don't like the fact that it's really pushing this whole Aquacana thing on us. I'm not a fan of that.
Yeah,
just because I don't see where what the appeal is or where it even came from, but
it's just one of those, you know, classic like we knew each other as children kind of things.
But Akane is just better. She's just better.
She is.
And I'm pretty sure the next episode they're gonna break up because it was kind of implying that there.
Even though like she found out about all this shit going on, and she's like, I guess I'll just have to be secretly find his dad and kill him without him knowing. It's like, no, you need to keep her. Like she's the best.
She is great. I love her line early, like where she's like, "I love you forever, unless you cheat on me, and then I'll fucking murder you." And I'm just like, I fucking love her. She's great.
No, oh man, show's great.
It's just insane to me because this show takes place in the same universe as Kaguya-sama, and the whole time I'm like, Jesus Christ. Like,
yeah, is she gonna end up popping up? Like, is she gonna make an appearance in the show, or what's happening there?
I don't think that cameo chapter is gonna get. So Kaguya appears in a bonus chapter in the manga.
Oh, it's a bonus chapter.
It wasn't an actual official one. I don't even think it's getting printed in the English mangas. I got it because I bought the art book, and he put it in the art book as a bonus. But basically, Kaguya's only cameo is Ruby is talking about a photo shoot she had, and she mentions how she really liked the photographer, and like goes on and on, basically saying how it was a great experience. And then it basically ends with her going, "What was that photographer's name again?" And then because the whole time from the back you can tell it's Kaguya the whole time. But then it cuts to the final image, and it's a picture of Kaguya holding a camera. And if you look closely, the signature for the photo says Kaguya Shirogane, implying they got married.
Very nice.
So it's like it takes place in the same universe. Apparently, Ruby's friends in high school, like there's the pink girl, and then there's like the green haired looking girl.
Yeah.
Apparently, the green haired one is also related to a character from Kaguya-sama.
Huh. Interesting.
There's like subtle little things. I think like Bikamachi is mentioned in Kaguya-sama a few times.
I never noticed.
Yeah, it's a thing that it's well, it's not till like way later in the manga.
Oh, and
So you wouldn't have noticed it in the show.
makes sense.
But
Although, sideswiping a little bit, like talking about bonus chapters, with that Dragon Ball Super remake coming up, I wonder if they're going to incorporate any of those bonus chapters. Like, are we going to get like the little like Goten and Trunks fighting Cell Juniors on 17's Island? Like, that'd be kind of cool. That'd be a fun filler episode. I'd be into that.
I'm just hoping that the remake they just base it off of the manga just to be different.
I'd like to hope that they would, just to have that other version, and then like they could base off the manga and also find a way to make it tie into both Daima and the end of Z in a way that flows. So we could have just a definitive version. So we could just say, no, we watch this show, this show, this show, this show, and then this show. Like just easy, you know? Like it's a little jumbled right now.
I just want manga Goku Black because it was just so much more interesting in the manga.
I also want them to tie it in with Daima because I want him to be going Super Saiyan 4 throughout the Super storylines. Like, that would be really fun. Like, I want to see Super Saiyan 4 Goku fight Goku Black. That'd be fun. I'd like that.
Yeah. Something tells me that's wishful thinking, but yeah.
I mean, what's the point in doing it if you're not going to fucking incorporate some of the other stuff? Like, I don't know.
Fan service. I don't know.
If it's about fan service, then Super Saiyan 4 should be there. We both know
it. yeah, we'll see. Speaking of Dragon Ball, though, maybe we should probably get into our topic because we're like 40 minutes in.
You know, we started going on about comics and
manga and anime.
It happens.
Yeah,
it happens.
Geek Addicts, you know, if we do this,
because we're addicted to the geek.
Everyone enjoyed us suffering through Madam Web, so we have to have our fun while we can.
Yeah, it blows me away. Is that outperforming Inuyasha yet? Because I have a suspicion that it's going to.
Not yet, but it's getting close. Fuck. Why that one? Like, why that one?
Of all of them.
The one that we literally disliked. Like, there wasn't even like any of like the other bad movies where we're like, there's moments. Like, no, that was like, no.
No, it's just
even Flash had moments. That movie,
yeah. I can at least tolerate watching that one twice. I couldn't sit through Madam Web a second time. I just couldn't do it.
My first attempt, I fell asleep. So my second attempt was the one I made it through.
Yeah.
But no. Speaking of good films, though, well, we'll get into it. We're talking about the Dragon Ball Z specials.
The ones that we actually got over here.
Yes. History of Trunks and Bardock, Father of Goku. Ironically, out of all the Z movies, these are the only ones I have on Blu-ray for some reason.
Interesting.
So yeah.
Maybe we should start with Bardock. Just, you know, we'll go chronologically here.
Okay, I watched them the other way, but that's fine.
So I want to say right at the start, I never noticed it really. I mean, I knew it was a thing, but I didn't really notice it until watching it this week. All the extra lines that they just shoved in there are really hard to look past in the dub.
Also, like, Sonny Strait got a lot better because holy shit, he is terrible in this movie.
Which is actually really funny because both of these specials, these are technically redubs because I had the VHSs for both of these as a kid, and the deliveries on a lot of these lines are different from what I remember.
Like, when I think like Sonny Strait as Bardock, I think of like the Brawley movie, and I'm like, he's pretty good there. Like, he's got it down. I watch this, I'm like, my son, my son. I'm like, what are you doing, man?
Like, well, that was actually one of the things that like I really picked up on with like the line deliveries, because when he was having that like vision of Goku on Namek, and they were talking to each other, and Goku was like, "Oh, you know who I am." He's like, "Yes, you're my son."
My son.
But in the VHS version, the original dubbed version, he delivered that like, "Yes, you're my son." It was so bad.
Also,
So bad.
The US soundtrack is fucking amazing for how fucking terrible it is. Like,
I mean, a lot of like the instrumental tracks aren't bad. They definitely were really abusing the electric guitar in both of them.
Whenever like an actual like song pops up, though, I'm like when fucking Sum 41 shows up and the credits, I'm like, I was like, okay,
yeah. But then also, like, not to jump ahead, but like the end credits for Trunks are just like a boop doop doop boop. It's like, what the fuck? What the fuck is this?
The Bardock movie too is crazy to me because you could clearly tell too it was very much before Dragon Ball Minus was a thing.
Oh yeah.
So it's like Gine just doesn't exist at this point.
Well, yeah, I mean technically when this special came out, the Frieza fight hadn't even happened yet in the manga, because Toriyama had seen the special and he liked it so much that he incorporated Bardock into like when Goku first encounters Frieza.
Your father was a brilliant scientist.
Yeah. But no, with the Bardock special, like Trunks did it too, but it wasn't nearly as bad. But in the Bardock special, there's so many instances where they just like shoved extra dub lines in where there was clearly not supposed to be any talking at all.
Yeah.
And like it really killed a lot of the scenes that were supposed to be like scenes that were supposed to have tension, scenes that were supposed to have suspense. And it just fucking ruins it. And I feel like it kind of ruins his character a little bit too, because it makes him like way more emotional than I feel like he's supposed to be.
Yeah, because like it's bizarre how like he's so much more subdued in the Brawly, in like the little recreation of Minus that they did in the Brawly movie.
Yeah.
But like he's somehow arc. But like he has like so much more personality there, and I'm like, it's weird. Like, why is he so? I'm gonna say the pacing in the Bardock special is terrible. Like this movie, is all over the fucking place. It doesn't make me feel bad for the Saiyans in the slightest, because like
I don't think it's supposed to.
No, it doesn't. But like, it doesn't even make me feel bad for Bardock. Like I'm like, okay, whatever.
No, not really. Because I mean, he's just such like an asshole at the beginning too. I mean, he's kind of an asshole throughout the whole thing. And honestly, like I remember there being like at least one good fight in this special, and the only one that you can even say is halfway decent is when he fights the elites right after his crew is killed.
But he still gets his ass kicked.
But like the fight, quote unquote, only lasts like a minute, and then he gets blasted by Dodoria. And then, like, I guess you could call him like flying through all of Frieza's soldiers trying to get to the ship a fight, but it's just him getting dogpiled, then blasting them off, then getting dogpiled again. It just happens over and over.
And then Frieza just kills all his own men because he doesn't give a shit.
Yeah, that was another thing that always bugged me too with this special is like he's fighting all these guys and plowing through them. And then Frieza shows up and he's just like, "We're done working for you," and this and that. And just like, I just feel like all the soldiers there are just like, he doesn't speak for us. We're not with him.
Well, I don't even think Frieza really even acknowledged them. I think he just was like, they're in my way. I don't care.
Yeah.
Like, man. I don't even think he thought they were betraying him. I just thought it was just straight up Frieza being like, I got more.
Yeah. But it's just like, I just couldn't get past the whole fuck. It was just, this was still very much in a time when like, they thought that kids in America were just too fucking stupid and it had like no attention at all. so they had to have music and dialogue in every possible scene.
Yeah.
And so they were just shoving so much in there, like all the time, and it was honestly, it was taking me out. Like I need to watch this subbed just to see like how it was. Like I think I watched it subbed years and years ago, but I don't remember it very well. But I feel like I need to watch it subbed now just to get like the pure experience for this. It was a really like with the Blu-ray release, they should have just redubbed it and like changed the script so it fit better. Because by the time they did the Blu-ray, it was like, anime was not quite mainstream, but it was popular enough. And at this point, it was kind of more adults watching it than kids anyway.
Yeah.
You could have just done it right, you know?
It's probably because this special is kind of just like the special's like barely canon anymore. Like,
I mean, it was never canon really.
True.
Maybe you could say it was anime canon if you want to use the fucking Boruto logic, but which I've always hated that concept. Just like, no, it's canon to this, not that. Just, well, no, it's either canon or it's not. But either way, I don't know. It's just I loved this special growing up, especially because they played it on TV so much.
It's like, how long is it? Because it didn't.
It's around it's the same length as like the average Z movie.
It's 48 minutes, but it did not feel that long. It was pretty quick, all things considered.
Yeah, it was. Because I mean, we had like the little like fight on the psychic planet. And then he recovered. His team went out. They all got murdered. He went out, murdered the elite guys. Then he got fucked up. They went back to Vegeta, yelled at some people in a bar, and then died.
Yeah. Oh yeah, because like even when he comes back, like the Saiyans just don't give a shit. They're like, yeah, whatever, Bardock.
That was one thing that like kind of bugged me a little bit. Like I get that the Saiyans aren't supposed to be like good people, but like he busts into the bar and he's like a well-known, like, yeah, he's a lower class, but he's well known for like being a badass and like actually being really strong. But like he busts in and he's like, he's all fucked up, he's bloody and shit, like, and he's just like, oh, Frieza's coming, all my friends are dead, everything sucks, we're all gonna die. And they're all like, huh, idiot, you lost.
Yeah, and then
and like the entire bar is just like busting guts laughing at him. It's just like, even if he's wrong about the Frieza thing, like all his friends just died. Like you're all just fucking laughing at him.
And then he's the only one that goes up to space, and then like, yeah, I know it's good. They had to change a lot of the shit for the actual canon. It's so funny when you look at fan content too, from like when this was the only like real Bardock thing there was, because like fans had some interesting interpretations.
It was the only, until
because people were convinced
people
were convinced for years that Fasha was Goku's mom.
Yeah,
because
I don't know where they got that from.
Only female Saiyan. That's the only option, really.
I'm just, I mean, if the context here was his son was born yesterday, well, she was on the planet fighting yesterday, so obviously it's not her.
Fandom communities are not the brightest.
I'm just saying.
They choose to overlook things for the convenience of their ship.
His one friend that died in his arms, what was up with that dude's neck? The dude's neck was like the size of my thigh.
So like the poster for this movie, like the one of like all their headshots from the side, they all look odd. Like they are some odd looking characters.
And I do want to just call out one thing. So there was the scene when he was running up the stairs after he had the whole bar scene. He's running up the stairs and he's leaned over, he's out of breath and shit, and like all of a sudden he's on Namek, he's having that vision, and he's talking to Goku, and it gives him the strength to push on and everything. That exact scene pretty much happens in the third Lord of the Rings movie. And I'm not saying that Bardock inspired that scene.
But I'm really
not
funny.
Not saying it either. I'm not saying it either.
It'd be really funny if it did.
Because this special came out way before that movie did. Just
What a
saying.
random thing to like call back to.
Because almost the exact same thing happens in that movie with Frodo. Like he's like walking up like a set of stairs or whatever, and he falls down. He has a vision of this elf in an elf forest, and she gives him the strength to move on. It's like literally the exact same thing happens.
Oh yeah, I have to bring up the Funimation dub soundtrack. We mentioned it earlier, but the song choices for this movie are something. So
There's only like a couple actual songs in it, though, right? It's mostly like golf shit.
There's 5 like real songs. There
I didn't
was
realize. I only noticed a couple of them.
So the 2 I noticed right away were Superstar by Saliva, It Makes No Difference by Sum 41. There's an Incubus song, Nowhere Fast, American Hi-Fi, A Bigger Move, and The Good Times Are Over. I remember that song just because of that lyric, but like Caviar, I don't know that band, but that song I knew. These songs are random for this movie.
If you think the songs for this movie are random, the next one are even more so in some cases.
Yeah.
But no, I mean, I still think this is one of the better special / movies of Z. But the way the dub handled it is just kind of bad. Like if they redubbed it now with a proper script that didn't just shove lines in where they didn't belong, I think it would be a lot better.
Yeah, it's just harder to go back to this one now that we like know like the actual Bardock story and not this.
Yeah, I feel like at this point, I mean, maybe every now and then, like I'll go and watch the sub for this. But at this point, if I want to watch the dub Bardock story, I'll just watch the beginning of Broly.
Is his like crew even like canon? Like, do they actually exist?
I mean, they were. I don't think they were designed by Toriyama or anything, but I mean, he had a crew, I think.
Well, because he still has his bloody headband in minus and everything. So I assume that they existed, but
yeah, but he didn't. In the Broly movie, was he wearing the headband when he was on his way back to the planet?
I don't remember, to be honest.
Or did he have it in the? I'm trying to think. Did he have it in the Granola flashback? I don't think so.
I don't remember. I'll have to look into that.
Also, how did that headband survive the explosion? Especially since he was hit dead on with that death ball. Like he was in the center of that bitch. There shouldn't be nothing left. But it floated past dramatically as the pop is going down. Also, I love that like as he's getting the visions of Goku like growing up on Earth, he's like, "Why am I seeing this?" and all this other stuff. And then he sees his kid. He sees Goku meditating. He's like, "What's wrong with him?"
Yeah,
I just love that.
This was. I forgot a lot of things about this movie because it had been pretty much a decade since the last time I watched it. And yeah, I don't think I missed anything really.
I think when I get the opportunity, I am gonna watch this movie again subbed, and then I will report back whenever I do that, and I will let you know
if it's any better.
It'll definitely be better, but I'll let you know like how much better, and like because obviously there's going to be a lot of things that are different. Like for instance, like the whole Goku being like, "It's not too late to change, father." That's all dumb shit. Like that's just him. That's just them trying to make him Superman. That's what they did back then.
Yeah.
I doubt that's going to be what the lines actually were. But the whole like him being like, "No, I see the error of my ways now, and I'm going to be good." And this, like, I don't think any of that is actually a thing. That's why I need to watch it subbed again just to like get the full context of that. But yeah, I will report back whenever I get around to doing that, and I'll let you know.
Yeah, because I always got the assumption that Bardock will not like not as ruthless as most Saiyans. He was still kind of a prick, like for the most part.
Well, his like, I guess, like his like changed version for like minus, and then more so even for some of the super stuff with Broly movie, and then with the Granola arc, like we can actually get more of him as a character. And clearly, I mean, he's not faultless. I mean, he's still killed a lot of people.
He's still
like
a Saiyan.
He still killed a lot of people, but he has compassion to a degree. So
yeah, because he's like one of the rare Saiyans that actually like likes his wife.
yeah, and his wife actually is like different. Like she is actually like not just like ruthless Saiyan.
But yeah, Gine is kind of her own thing, to be honest.
With her Mickey Mouse gloves.
Yeah. She needs him to work in the meat factory.
Yes, the meatery. But yeah, that's kind of where I'm at with Bardock. Like, I still have fond memories of it because I watched that one a lot as a kid. But they need to redub it. They just need to redub it. That's what they need to do.
I'd watch it over. Out of the movies we've seen so far, I'd still watch it over Tree of Might.
Definitely Tree of Might.
Maybe Dead
Probably
Zone.
Broly's Second Coming.
Well, we haven't.
At least it's entertaining moments. I still don't think it feels Dragon Ball, but it has its moments.
Yeah, probably. I don't know. I mean, out of the ones we haven't watched yet, definitely Broly's Second Coming.
Yeah,
I still think that's the worst.
I still like the Cooler movies, even though the first Cooler movie just there's no like real fights in that movie. It's all just beat downs.
No, that movie is just fucking an early 2000s metal album. That's what that movie is. Yeah.
But going on to Trunks, again, it still had some of that problem, but I think by the time they did this one, they had lightened up on it a bit. It's not nearly as egregious. It still has some moments of silence.
This story is at least established, like as an actual thing that happened.
Yeah. Even though it does happen differently in the manga.
Yeah, it's not as that opening scene where they're all gathered around, they're like, Gohan, your dad died.
Yeah. He's like, he's dead. They're great. Wonderful.
Chi-Chi like didn't really seem that upset.
Yeah, so remember a couple weeks ago when we were doing the superhero and we were talking about how Chi-Chi like has the worst life in Dragon Ball?
Yeah, she just lives on a mountain.
That Chi-Chi is fine. This Chi-Chi has the worst life in Dragon Ball.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, was it just me or was Tiffany Vollmer channeling her inner Cynthia Crans this entire movie?
I mean, she kind of had to, just based on the context. I mean, with the world being what it is, she kind of didn't have much of a choice to be kind of like that. But she still ended up relenting. You know, what's she gonna do? You know.
I know. I just the way Tiffany Vollmer kind of like did it was like, well, the fact that I'm so used to Monica Rael's performance now that it's so weird when I hear Tiffany Vollmer again.
Honestly, watching the special made me miss Tiffany Vollmer even more.
Yeah. Yeah, to a degree. She had a lot more personality. There was just moments where she sounded like she was like channeling her inner Chi-Chi at points. I'm like, it was a weird. All the voice actors in this movie were odd. I'm not gonna lie. Especially Damon Clark as Gohan. That just that threw me off.
Clark as Gohan.
That threw me off when I heard it. I was like, because at first I was like, Kyle Hubert sounds weird, and I'm like, that's not him. Who is that?
It's not him.
I looked it up. I'm like, oh, that's a choice. I was like, all right.
Well, yeah. I also got to keep in mind this special was dubbed before we had gotten to Boo. Yeah. So they hadn't settled on Kyle Hubert as Gohan yet.
What that just makes me wonder why didn't they just keep Damon Clark, because he wasn't bad. He was actually kind of pretty good.
But I also think he just fit better with future Gohan specifically, which is the life he lived.
I guess.
Where he was kind of like a harder around the edges kind of Gohan, whereas I feel like Kyle Hebert fits the goofy, nerdy fucking Gohan that we get in the Buu Saga and later. I feel like that just fits him, that personality better.
It's just funny because Kyle Hubert was in this movie because he voiced Ox King at one point.
Yeah, my French fried potatoes.
In the redub, apparently in the original it was Mark Britton.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah,
because that was another thing. Is like, well, I guess it was a different person, but the delivery with that was definitely different. Because I remember in the VHS version, which would have been what we got back in Toonami back in the day, he just said potatoes for my French fries, and here he says, "I got the potatoes for my French fried potatoes."
Yeah, what a line.
Yeah,
he's trying to make his miserable daughter happy because she is not having a good time in this film.
No, and she is definitely aging worse than Bulma. And Bulma can't even say she's using the Dragon Ball to make herself look better. She just is that way. That's just how she ages.
Why does this Bulma look younger than modern Bulma? That's my question. Like,
I don't know. She looks more natural, I guess.
Yeah, I guess.
as natural as somebody with blue hair can look. I mean,
also, like, I guess it's just because of the way the actual events happen. But like, anytime I see like the androids being ruthless killers, I'm like, could they do this at any point, like in the modern canon?
I mean, it was kind of set up that they were going to go that way. It was really 16 that it was a combination of 16 and like, with all the stuff with Cell going on, like the Z fighters, like kindness towards them in a lot of ways. So it's like, I mean, obviously they didn't know the full like context of what was going on when Cell showed up, but like as soon as Cell showed up, Piccolo was like, 17, get the fuck out of here. Like he's coming after you. I got to stop him. You run away and hide. And then Krillin with the whole smashing the remote thing, and then 16 just had a different effect on them in this timeline. So
yeah,
I think in a lot of ways that's kind of like the biggest reason that they had that change of heart.
It's just so weird, like seeing them as like these ruthless killers, because I much prefer them in the anime as their just the goofy like trolls that they were at the start.
I think a part of it too is so fast after awakening, having that like the hunter becomes the hunted kind of situation, having the world turn on them like that, like going from we are the strongest motherfuckers around and we can do what we want to there's this fucking crazy bug monster trying to eat us. And he could easily do so if he wanted, like if he got a hold of us, like that kind of changes the way you think about things. So now, like, in a situation where they would be hunting people down for fun, like now they're thinking like, well, this is how I felt when I was being hunted, so maybe I shouldn't do that.
Yeah. It is funny to me though, just because this is just one of those things that's unique. Is a lot of the VAs throughout the years have definitely aged. Like you listen to Chris Sabat, like in these early things, and you can tell he's definitely a lot younger.
That was something I forgot to mention in the Bardock thing. Is fucking his young Vegeta voice.
That was him.
It was so bad.
Oh my god! Oh yeah, Prince Vegeta. All the Saiyans are dead. Oh shit!
Like sucks to be them.
What was that? Like,
leave me alone. I'm eating a cracker.
I was gonna say where's Raditz, but then I remembered, oh yeah, the Raditz only appears sometimes. So
no, the Bardock special they pretended Raditz didn't exist.
Yeah, he's like Launch. He appears when convenient.
Yeah,
that's why they get shipped together all the time for some reason.
Yeah, right. No, that's Masako X's fault.
Yeah. That F1.
But yeah, yeah, that's so weird. But anyways, yeah. So Trunks.
Oh yeah, I was gonna say though, like all the VAs like definitely sound like a lot early funny. Even like they're even for the 2008 redub, they still sound like early funny. The one thing I will say, Chuck Huber, Meredith McCoy, they sound the same no matter what era like they're
Yeah.
doing.
They just have those like eternal voices.
Well, Chuck Huber does 2 voices. Like he does Pilaf and 17 or Hiei. Basically, those are his like 2 voices.
Yeah. And yeah, they did a good job of making 17 and 18 really hateable right at the beginning, because the first thing they did in this special is kill the tournament announcer, who is a perfect angel, and
they killed Justin Cook.
Yeah. Well, no, tournament announcer was Eric Bale. Eric Bale plays him.
According to this, it was Justin Cook.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe they hadn't gotten to. Well, no, because if they did the redub in 2008, original Dragon Ball definitely had already come and gone by then.
It says announcer was Justin Cook in this, so I don't know.
Weird. Oh, maybe it was one of the other, because there was multiple like TV like reporters and shit. Maybe it was one of them. I don't know. Because it definitely sounded like Eric Bale.
No, according to this,
he is the official voice.
The only character that Eric Vale played in this was Trunks. According to the
his young Trunks voice was a little rough too.
Yeah, that was bad.
Yeah.
And Sean Chamel apparently plays. Does Goku? Oh yeah, Goku like doesn't even have a line in this movie. I just realized.
Yeah,
that.
He's credited as Goku, but he doesn't have a line as Goku. No, he has a line as the guy who's calling for the town militia, but he's doing it like a weird like Kinkai voice.
Yeah, he's credited as shopkeeper and clerk.
Yeah.
So one of those.
Which is the same thing.
But apparently it was 2 separate characters. Yeah, there was a lot of VAs throughout this that didn't get a lot of work. Like I'm pretty sure Vegeta has like literally a grunt because he says like Kakarot.
No.
And then he dies along with all of their deaths in that fight are pathetic, by the way. Like Piccolo just gets punched in the chest and just dies. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm assuming there was
to try and the first to die.
Jesus Christ. Like, I like this movie because it is the amount of different times it's been redone. Like, it's hilarious how that live action interpretation is actually pretty spot on. Not gonna lie.
For the most part, yeah. I still think this is one of the best ones, though. Even because, like I said, like this one isn't nearly as bad as Bardock with like the just shoving lines into places where they don't belong. It does happen. It's not as bad. One part that I didn't like it very much was when they were doing the training montage, and Trunks was like trying to go Super Saiyan on the cliffside next to the ocean. It was nighttime. And Gohan was like watching from behind a tree, but like whenever Gohan wasn't on the screen, Gohan was doing lines like trying to coach him or whatever. But like it's very clear that it's supposed to be one of those like I'm just watching you and you're off training on your own, trying to do it on your own.
Yeah, it was
it changes the context for both characters by adding those lines in, and I didn't like that.
Yeah.
Most of the fights are very good in this special. I think the Gohan's last stand fight when it was just him versus the androids is one of my favorite fights in the whole series.
That is very good.
It's also the first time Gohan uses an energy shield, and the only time until the Moro arc. Which is interesting.
Also, for the soundtrack in this one, we should talk about how
the random hip hop just getting thrown in there.
So this one we had Bootsy Collins and Buckethead did a song for this one.
I think they did
the Trip Rocket cover of the Immigrant Song. There's like an entire Dream Theater album in here for some reason.
Yeah.
And then 2 songs by the band Slaughter. Just for no reason. Like,
and what was that other one? It was called Ascension. It was what the fuck is his name? It was the hip hop song that was playing when Gohan was like pulling up the senzu bean.
Yeah, I can't tell if it's on here or not.
I did love that line though when he drops the sensu bean out and he's like, kind of like my arm, only one left.
It was dark, kind of
Yeah,
morbid.
that was a dark scene.
Is Chi Chi even aware that Gohan died?
I don't know because we see that one scene with Oxygen going on about his French fries, and she's like cradling the picture of her family, and that's the only time we see her. So we have no idea what happened with Chi Chi. I don't want to think about it. I don't want to think about what she did after Gohan died.
This got dark. It got
Yeah,
really dark.
yeah. Because
Yeah,
I
because
don't
she's
see that
never
going
seen
well for
again.
her.
She's never seen
No,
again. Like we
no, we
see
only get that
Bulma.
one.
We see Bulma's
Hmm.
unfortunate death. But we never see Chi Chi.
We don't even see her in the Future Trunks Super arc.
Yeah.
So it's
Don't
upsetting.
want to think about it.
Also, they had that one scene with Master Roshi and all his animal friends.
Yeah.
In the submarine.
Yeah. What's happening there?
But I love that like Master Roshi has that moment where he's just like, I'm gonna do something. I'm going to Pepper City. I'm gonna fight them myself. And they're like, no, go. We need you. We're just a pig, a cat, and a turtle. And he's like, all
Yeah.
right, fine, I won't go. And I'm sitting here thinking like, they don't care about animals. Like they only want to kill humans.
Yeah.
So I'm pretty sure they'd be fine.
I did like that line too, where like when 17's like going through the store and like just like basically like getting that one clerk to give her everything. And then as they're leaving, like 17's like, "Did you get something you like?" And she's like, "Yeah." The clerk said it. I looked good, and then he just fucking kills him. And she's like,
Yeah.
"No, I said I wouldn't kill him."
You made me a liar.
Yeah, it's just such a dark line.
Yeah. Like 17 is just like a giant child throughout this whole thing too.
Like just so weird
He's
because
like driving the car into people and shit.
That's what baffles me because he's like not like that in like the actual timeline. He's just kind of whatever.
Well, again, he was humbled. That's the
Yeah.
biggest thing right there is they were humbled,
Yeah,
and that never happened in this timeline.
true. Yeah, because I think in like the live action we watched, like he's such a dick in that movie.
Yeah, he's just like we're gonna make them run, and then we're gonna get them. Just like, yeah.
I mean, these two do get fucking murked basically off screen by Trunks when he goes back. So,
Well, but there is a whole episode about it in the anime.
right, there was. Forgot about that.
That was the very last episode of the whole Cell game stuff, and then it jumps into the other world tournament mini arc.
Right, I forgot about that. It's been forever since I watched OG Dragon Ball Z.
They actually have that as a post credit scene at the end of Legacy of Goku 2.
Oh, that's fun. I can play that game.
But I mean, all told, I think this is definitely the better of the specials, and even out of the movies, it's definitely one of the better ones. Even with the dub changes they made, and I still think that the Trunks transformation here is still one of the most emotional transformations in all of Dragon Ball. It was one of the first like bits of like television or movie that actually affected me emotionally as a child. Especially like the way that they handled that whole scene with like the rain and he's like half of his face is in the puddle and you got like the red lights flashing and like adding that extra like tone to it. And the song they chose for the dub score just added that extra level to it. I don't know, they did such a good job with that.
Yeah. No, it was this one definitely I'll probably watch. I'll watch History of Trunks before I watch Bardock again.
Yeah. You see, the sad thing though is like, even though I definitely think that if it had been done better with the dub, I think Bardock would still be one of the better ones.
Yeah.
But all told, I think just what we got in the Broly film is just better. And
Yeah.
you can't say the same about History of Trunks with the scene we got in Super. That one did not hit like the original special did.
Mm.
Not
Yeah,
even
that's true.
close.
That's true.
But
yeah. So next time we talk about Dragon Ball movies, we're moving on to
Android 13 and Broly.
oh, so one of the best movies and one of the worst. Great.
It's a little harsh, but all right.
I don't like Broly. Especially because we have a good Brawly now. So I'm like, it just
the first one's all right.
If it wasn't for his,
it's a mid tier at worst.
To me, it's if his motive wasn't so fucking bad, I wouldn't hate it as much. But his motive just annoys me so badly.
Well, yeah, that is. I mean, that is the one thing that everybody points at as saying this is a bad film.
Well,
is the motive.
Well, then because of the fact that Brawly doesn't have a fucking character in that movie at all.
Well, he didn't need one because him's so strong. So
yeah, and Vic Mignogna screaming his ass off.
Yeah.
But I guess now we should probably transition over to the final Halo anime time.
Yes.
And wrap up this side story. 1 second. Where's my music? There we go. So Halo anime time. The final segment was The Package, created by Casio Entertainment. And boy, was this one different.
Yeah, The Package, otherwise known as the first 15 minutes of Revenge of the Sith.
Yeah, kinda.
Because I could not think of anything else as this is going. There was even a lightsaber duel.
There was. The only thing it didn't have was R4 getting murdered and Obi-Wan going, "Oh dear." Like that was like,
dear.
Oh dear. So this one, rather than traditional animation, they went for CG, and I'm not even sure if this one was even done by an anime studio, to be perfectly honest.
I have no idea.
Because it's full CG, and it is like pretty good CG, all things considered. Like it looked nice
For the time. Yeah, it was solid.
It looked better than the Halo TV series. I'm just saying.
The sad thing, though, is I think some of the animated fight scenes in Red vs. Blue are actually better than this.
They probably are, because this was so. The Package is the only story that directly follows Master Chief like the entire way through. I can't tell if it's supposed to be before or after during the series. It was kind of unclear.
It has to be before, because by the time Halo 1 starts, he's the only Spartan left.
Fair. Yeah, so we get...
And also the Arbiter isn't the Arbiter yet in this.
Right. So this is like another prequel story.
Yeah.
I'm
assuming before the Fall of Reach.
Yes. So this one basically follows Master Chief and a bunch of Spartans, and they're going to recover this package, which turns out to be a human scientist.
The one who turned them into Spartans in the first place.
Yeah, that's...
To my understanding. I don't know the full lore, but I'm pretty sure that she's the one behind it. So
yeah. That's like the basic plot. Like basically it just goes into that, and it's like that's their mission. They got to go and get on the ships, get the package, and get out.
It's another very action heavy one.
Yeah, because the rest of this is literally just like it's Star Wars episode, the opening to Revenge of the Sith. It's just straight up action, left and right.
Yeah, it's a space battle followed by a bunch of fighting in the ship.
Yeah, it's very pretty, looks fun. Literally the least remarkable out of all of these, I'd have to say.
I will say this: it handled the first person stuff better than the series did.
Yeah, Yeah, it did. That's sad. Um, a bunch of them die. Like a bunch
Yeah,
of the
two of them died.
yeah, that's more than one.
Even though earlier in the thing, one of the alien guys like, yes, we got four of them, and then at the end they're like, well, we lost two Spartans. It's like the math isn't mathing here. How many actually died?
There must have been some off screen that died, but
Maybe, I don't know.
it's the highest Spartan kill count because out of all the other movies, all shorts, we would lose one Spartan at most per short.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, as the final segment, this one was kind of a letdown.
A little bit, yeah. I wish it could have been something a little bit more like maybe like I don't know, like a stealth mission would have been better, honestly.
This was just a bunch of action, and it was just kind of like,
Which is fine, but like if you're gonna do something like this, you should just make a full length movie about something like like
this one would have made a lot more sense if they played it right after the two origin specials.
Yeah, agreed. That
And
would make a lot more sense.
Like if it ended with like the string of odd one out, prototype, and the babysitter, that would have been a way more concise ending. Because like those are all through odd one out's just fun. It's dumb but fun. Prototype and the babysitter though, those are like the two most like complex ones in this entire thing.
Well, I guess in terms of like timeline, I guess it would make sense to end on this one because we had like the whole like we rescued the scientist and it ended with like it's heavily assumed or heavily implied that the elite that fought Master Chief becomes the Arbiter right after this, which leads into the beginning of the Halo games.
Yes.
But like I don't know, I feel like it would have just been, instead of doing this particular story, it would have been better to just have like cover the fall of Reach in some small way, like I feel like that would have been a more like having it end where the first game begins essentially would have made more sense.
Yeah, because it just kind of ends vaguely.
Yeah. But he takes his helmet off. We don't see his face, but he does it.
Well, yeah. I mean, we can't do like the Halo show and just have him take his helmet off every 3 minutes. Like,
yeah. Well, bro's gotta breathe, man.
Doesn't he have like a nude scene in the fucking show at one point? Like,
yeah, you see his butt a few times. And he's not the only one either. We see a few butts.
Yeah. Well, the whole joke is that he takes his helmet off in the series a few times, but you never see his face.
You see his butt.
No. That show doesn't exist.
Tell that to Netflix. That's what it is right now. No, Paramount made it. It's on Netflix though. He's popping up to my suggestions.
Great.
That reminds me. When I finished this on Tubi, guess what came up as my recommended next?
What?
Dragon Ball Evolution.
Hell yeah. what a sure. That makes sense.
That's what it loaded up next. I was like, no, we're not doing that. No, thank you.
You don't want to watch like screeching on the car over and over.
No, that pops up in my reels every now and then. That's enough. No, I only watch that movie if I have somebody with me who hasn't seen it yet. That's what I watch. That's when I watch Dragon Ball Evolution. To share the pain.
I still wish we saved that riff track because that riff track was honestly like the best thing from that.
Yeah. Yeah, I heard the most recent 3DO, Thrak bitching about it. Come on, Thrak, you know you had fun.
Did he?
He had fun. At least he had fun hanging out and making fun of it with us. He might have enjoyed the movie, but it was still a fun time.
True.
I had fun.
So yeah, that's Halo Legends. A very interesting thing that exists, I'd say, is the best way to describe it.
Yeah, I had a lot of fun with it for sure. But it was a thin line, really, where on one side it was like this didn't need to be a story, and on the other side it would be like for each individual segment, it'd be like, well, on one end it'd be like some of them where I'd be like, this didn't need to be a thing, and on the other end it would be like, this should have been its own thing, you know. I still think the prototype was my favorite.
The prototype is really good. It's between the prototype and the babysitter.
The babysitter was good too, but the prototype actually like I really felt for the main guy in that one.
Yeah.
Even though like the prototype and the babysitter are both the two in particular that I think like those could have been like a mini series, each of those.
Yeah.
But I think I lean a little bit more prototype, just because of Studio Bones and they just do fucking fantastic work. Yeah, and Bones like really the emotional scenes just worked better for me in that one.
Like the weirdest one for me was probably Homecoming. That one just was dark for no reason.
It was dark and not particularly entertaining.
It was dark, and then it just kind of made me feel bad after, and I was just like,
yeah, I get that.
But
yeah, it's it was a fun romp, beginning to end, but probably not my favorite Halo thing.
No, it's interesting. I'm glad they made it, but nowadays it could have been so much better.
We're gonna have to cover that. Isn't there a Mortal Kombat anime film?
I don't know. There is the Street Fighter anime film though.
That's true. We both watched that last year separately though.
We did, and
we will have to cover it eventually because I know we've been doing like the live action anime films and stuff, but like we are gonna have to start doing like video game movies and like for live action and animated, honestly, as far as that goes.
I don't think there's a Mortal Kombat anime film. There is an animated Mortal Kombat thing, but I don't think it's an anime.
I don't know. It just the look of it reminded me of the Halo movie, so I just assumed it was anime.
Yeah.
But at some point we'll have to. I never actually watched that, so maybe at some point we'll do that.
Yeah. Yeah, I guess that'll wrap up Halo anime time. That was a short but sweet one, I'd say.
Yeah, for sure.
We're running out of music. Running out of music for these. I guess now though, perfect time to say once again, guys, thank you for joining us on Geek Addicts. You can find Geek Addicts on all the major podcasting platforms, particularly Apple Podcasts, Spotify, all the fun stuff. And you can be sure to check us out over on the Superpod Network, superpodnetwork.com. Awesome site with a whole bunch of different videos, blogs, podcasts. Super Game Club, we're playing Earthworm Jim 3D. Yay. So there's that. And yeah, just keep an eye out for all the fun stuff we got going on over there. It'll be out of date by the time this comes out, but happy birthday to the boss man, Aaron. And yeah. Anyways, guys, though, until next time, I forgot my ending thing. Anyways,
we'll
guys,
see you all later.
Later. Yeah, that's the thing.
Have a good one.
Insert Thrax. Bye-bye.
Yeah.